I am alive.
Barely.
What's good, crew? It's your boy CK2K. Yo, I missed y'all, man. I missed this. I miss y'all. I miss talking to y'all. I've been talking to you guys on Twitter a little bit, but your boy has been out last week. As you can tell, not a single upload all of last week. Let me explain very quickly. I had flu. I had everything, man. Aches and pains. My face was hurting. My eye was swollen. It was a nightmare in this household for about a good week and some change. I'm so behind. But I've been trying to keep you guys on Twitter and the community tab. So if you guys are not following social medias, you're not paying attention to the community tab, then you ain't gonna know about none of that stuff. If I miss anything in this video, please ask me in the comments below and I will answer your comment and be like, oh yeah, didn't talk about that. Well, this is how I feel. Click. What the? So luckily, in my time being gone, we only played 2 games. We had the game on Sunday where we lost, but Kevin Knox went out and had 31 points. So let's talk about that, because that was a big deal. I actually did have a video recorded for that, just didn't finish editing it because I could not get the energy to get out of bed editing, because that was when I first started feeling the symptoms and everything, was that night. So I'm just gonna use my thoughts when I was hyped about it, about when it happened, about the 31 points and all that stuff here right now. So cut to that. So go to that. Now the first half we looked great. I take that back. The first quarter we looked terrible, but then when Frank came out, it just seemed like a new spark. Once again, this was Frank's first game back after missing quite a few games since the Laker game with the ankle sprain. But yeah, Frank was back in the rotation, meaning that Trey fell out of the rotation once again. And yeah, they came out and they took care of business, and they took us out during that first quarter. But like I said, once Frank came in, it was just a completely different energy. You know, Frank was moving the ball very nicely. He was taking good shots. I mean, that one, you know, coast to coast shot was great. In the second quarter, going into the second half, Frank had a possession that was just beautiful. You know, he went from doing a Euro step, finishing layup, losing his shoe. You know, he was fixing the shoe while everybody was on the other side of the court. My man made it down, got that steal, leading to another layup. Frank Ntilikina did it all that game, and these are the flashes of Frank Ntilikina that we need to be excited about. Kevin Knox has been great, has been phenomenal ever since that Cleveland game way back in November. And he has not looked back since. He has been doing all kinds of things. I mean, yes, he's had mediocre games here or there, but from an aggressive standpoint, from a, you know, standpoint from rebounding and doing all the other little things, he had 2 steals tonight. The kid played 43 minutes and had a great, solid production. 43 minutes, 19 years old, 31 points, and shot at high percentages in that. Like those are things that are going to be underlined because it's, you know, A, the Knicks, so people only think of Knicks as a meme and that we suck, and B, because he's, you know, he's not Luka Doncic. And I love Luka, but that's just, Luka's just taking all the shine from all the rookies this year. That's just the reality of that situation. So yeah, all in all, Kevin Knox had a good game there, and then he didn't have a great one in England, but we'll get to that next. The New York Knicks played the Washington Wizards. Oh God, I did not want to talk about this game. We're gonna keep this quick. The New York Knicks played the Washington Wizards Thursday, January 17th in the UK, in London, and it was a very, you know, the crowd, you could tell they were just there to witness and experience basketball. The Knicks were there throughout the week doing their public events, the Wizards doing the same thing. So some fans probably became Knicks fans and some fans became Wizards fans just from the things that they saw online, or if maybe they met players in person and stuff like that throughout the time that they were out there. So that was pretty cool. You know, some people were swayed because, you know, the crowd was cheering for us throughout the game, but then I think they were more so cheering for the situations more than anything else as the game was going on, and I thought that was a cool situation. But that being said, the Knicks went out and looked like a completely different team, and, you know, our rookies, they didn't really show up. You know, Mitchell Robinson was finally back for the first time in however long he's been gone, and he looked like he was a little slower, but he was still doing his thing like he was doing right before we left. So it was really nice to see him on the defensive end, a little sluggish on the offensive side, which is fine. That's gonna come back. You got to get back and get some minutes and get, you know, get the blood flowing a little bit once again. You know, once again, Lonzo Trier was solid. He was solid for us. Poor Kevin Knox didn't have the greatest game, but it was a well-rounded game. Moutier looked good. But overall, it was one of those games where it was looking like we were gonna coast to it. We were gonna try to get one of those wins, but good old Knicks fashion. Oh no. You wanted us to put on the show, we gonna put on the show.
Beal making a running start. Beal catches, fumbles it. Bryant inside, lays it in, it's blocked, and goaltending is called. Goaltending was called.
Now you can argue one way or another, talking about it wasn't goaltending, it wasn't this, you can't make blah blah blah. The call was the right call. You know, you can make the argument that even if they didn't call the goaltending, they could have called the foul. But in a situation like that, I think they would not have called a foul, even though we went through this. So, I mean, we have seen it happen before, and it probably could have happened right there, but they called the goaltending more so. And it was the right call. It was the right judgment. I'm not as upset because I loved the effort and the height that freaking Alonzo Trier got on that. Alonzo Trier, I've been so wishy-washy on this entire season because I love the story, love everything behind what Alonzo Trier could be for us. I still only see him as a Lou Williams. I see him as a Lou Williams, Jamal Crawford guy. I see him as that 6 man off the bench, dropping, you know, anywhere between 15 to 30 some points on any given night. I don't see him as that, you know, starting to superstar. I just don't see that yet. I'm sorry. He hasn't done enough for me to see that, even in the minutes he's been given. And even early on when he was playing well, I just see him as that instant offense off the bench that will probably close some games for us. That's what I see with him. What has been impressed me the most, and I say it every freaking time, is his defense. And this play, although it was late, it's very indicative of what he can do and what he is capable of and what he's been showing. His ability to get high and get blocks is amazing. He is a solid defensive player, and that is something that scouting reports didn't have. And I think that that's something that can carry on throughout his time as a Knick, or if he decides to go somewhere else and tries to go for stardom and stuff like that. And I think the defense is something that we should all keep a closer eye on as his career goes on. So, you know, it was a tough loss. It was very frustrating. The memes are going crazy to this day, and I just want to leave it alone. But of anything, that's what I took away from it. Hell of an attempt by Alonzo Trier, just came up short. Can't get mad at the kid for that. I would love to hear what you guys think about everything I've said in today's video. I'm coming back. There's a lot of news and stuff like that, so I'm slowly coming in. I know I probably missed a lot of things, so please let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I know I purposely did not talk about John Morant and Zion Williamson. I'm gonna leave that for a separate video because I want to talk about that. And a lot of you guys are heavy on John Morant, and I want to know what you guys think about that. We're gonna talk about it in another video. But I miss you guys, man. It's been a long time. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. Let's end with one comment. Let's end with a comment of the video. See, last week you wouldn't have gotten that out of me because boy, let me tell you. Hey, shout out to we at 69.38. We were at 68.18 not too long ago. So we about to get that 7. We coming for that 10K. Don't forget, giveaway at 10K. That's a thing happening. This one here, first of all, Todd Gold, he said do a 2018 rookie redraft. I'm sorry, Todd, I'm not a fan of redrafts. I hate them. I don't like the thought of people like trying to like demean players that were, you know, supposed to be good and they're not good in their first year. We haven't even finished the 2018-2019 season, and we're already talking about some of these high picks that are bust or some of these. I don't like that. So I don't believe in redraft. Sorry, Todd. But ACOC said, CK, how you feeling about Randolph to the Knicks for Cantor? Now, these trades have died down, and I didn't get a chance to talk about it. We were supposed to talk about a lot of these trades in last week's Coast to Coast, but we never had last week's Coast to Coast because Brandon was sick, and then I got sick. So basically, I'm just going to talk about the trade talks. Now, there has been multiple options as far as getting rid of Cantor, as far as Tim Hardaway Jr., if that's even something Steve Mills will actually pull the trigger on, and then Frank Ntilikina. These were all names that were heavy in these trade rumors. And I feel like if it comes to a move where we can bring in like the Zach Randolph thing, and even though we'd probably pick him up and then let him go, if it's something that can bring us some kind of veteran leadership, even if it is just for the second half of the season for these young guys to go into the rest of their career with. I would love that. And awesome. And it would be a plus if it's something that we can get a Tim Hardaway Jr. off of our books. I still strongly believe that Courtney Lee is going to be gone by the deadline. I really think that there's going to be teams that are looking for that veteran player that is a 3-and-D guy or just to have on the bench. And Courtney Lee, somebody will bite on. Somebody will bite on Courtney Lee. I'm calling it right now. Just wait till the trade deadline. It's gonna happen. But yeah, so if it's real that Tim Hardaway is a thought in some of these trade rumors, by all means. And like I said, I love Frank. I do think Frank could be a long-term solution for us. I know a lot of you guys don't see it. I know I'm probably gonna get hate just for saying that sentence. But if the right move comes around and Frank is included in it, then we gotta do what we gotta do. But I myself would not give up on Frank yet. Not without talent behind him. I strongly believe he's one of those guys that, because he doesn't care about his stats, he's good at facilitating and getting other people set up. Frank would be great in a scenery with a Kristaps Porzingis, and God hope and the Kevin Durant situation. But that's just my opinion. I would love to hear what you guys think about that. I'm gonna wrap it here. This video is already long enough. Like I said, I probably missed a lot of stuff. I'm just getting back in the swing of things. Videos are gonna be back on track. I feel a lot better now. If you're not following me on my socials, do that. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that little bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, y'all. Let's get it. I'm out of here.